Hi everyone, Dana Hall here. So I am going to tell the second part of my story. I did not forget, it just took me a little bit to get here. So I left off the part, I think like after college yeah, because during college I lost and gained the freshman 15 and freshman year, but then I also like would go between like a 5 pound gain to but I wasn't healthy. So after that, about a year after I graduated college, my boyfriend at the time and I ended up moving to Houston together. He had a government job and we moved together. And I won't go into details, but basically, the relationship was not good. We were together for 6 years, and things were not good. And so I tried, I don't want to talk bad, but tried working on it. It didn't work out, and I got to the point where I couldn't do it anymore. I wasn't happy. I was miserable in Houston. I also didn't want to leave. I wanted to give Houston a year of my life. It was the first time I had left Pennsylvania and wanted to give it a shot. So I moved out and went on my own. And after that, I was angry. I was extremely angry at my ex at this point. And so I went through what I like to call my phase of, I don't give a shit. Pardon my French, but I didn't. And I would actually say a much harsher word normally. And I didn't. I was drinking a lot. I was bartending at the time. I was drinking probably at least 5 nights a week, if not more. And I just didn't care. Because I was mad and I was angry and I was never the partier type. I didn't party in college really at all. I could probably count on both my hands, maybe the times I partied when I was in college. And so I just let loose and was like, I don't care. And I just would have fun. I still worked hard and I still showed up to my job, and that was never an issue, but I just didn't care. And that turned into not caring about myself. Late nights of drinking a lot and then going to, McDonald's to soak up the alcohol so I didn't have a hangover in the morning. It added up, and it added up quickly. I ran a little bit here and there, but I wasn't dedicated and I wasn't consistent, and my diet was awful. I also ended up getting a job for a company, and I would travel a lot. I was in a car a lot. I would be drinking Red Bulls and taking 5-hour energies and drinking coffee just to stay awake. None of that's good for you at all. And what's sad is I got to the point where I was so used to it that I had a Red Bull and a 5-hour energy and then went and took a 2-hour nap. So I really wasn't taking care of myself. And so then, let me think. Okay, then I moved to Dallas. About 3 years after living in Houston, I got a promotion. I moved to Dallas. And that's when I started getting a little bit more into the health. I started running more. I started taking care of myself again. And I did start doing P90X, the original P90X. I think I would say I got about 6 weeks in it solid. And then I was traveling, and I was traveling a lot. So I would do P90X whenever I got home, but I wasn't consistent with it. And I was back-to-back traveling. Like I would travel Monday through Thursday and then like go somewhere for the weekend and then travel again Monday through Thursday. Like I was traveling a lot, so I wasn't really getting a lot of working out. And then, you're out of town, so you're eating a lot of food. And it's so hard to make that healthy choice when you're out because you want to enjoy the food, especially if you're in a new city. You want to try what they have, when in Rome. And I wasn't proportion controlling any of it. And so I gained weight again. And then P90X didn't work out. So then I started running again. And I did get into running for a little bit there. I ran some 5Ks. I ran a 10K. I was running a lot. So that was helping. That was definitely helping. And then I stopped. and I stopped for a long time, a very long time. And I stopped working out altogether. I wasn't working out at all. I did want to mention too that at this point, I know my boyfriend, Clifton, my boyfriend, when we were boyfriend, girlfriend, we did the non-processed sugar. And we did that for like 30 days, I think. That was amazing. I felt amazing on that and I still do believe that, processed sugar is not good for you at all and is the root of many evils. And it's the reason that you crave food so much, because it triggers something in your brain the same that like heroin and cocaine does. It triggers that addiction, that need to have more and more and more. And it's actually worse than those. So sugar is definitely not good. And I try to have very minimal processed sugar in my diet this day. I also had done, when I was living in Houston, I done a 45-day raw food diet with my sister. And I had lost some weight then too. But the thing is once you're done, you go back to your old habits and you quickly just rise back to where you were before then. And that's the thing, is like, these are all being looked at as diets. And it needs to be a lifestyle. A diet is limiting. A diet says that this ends at some point. A lifestyle says this is the change that I'm going to live with for the rest of my life. And I hadn't gotten to that point yet. But that's next. So stay tuned to the third part of my story. Thanks.